markers here for the Eclipse Owners Group. We're going to take a brief look at the new IFMS 2.5. So we're taking a look at the IFMS 2.5 here, which has the new standby indicators. This one is part of it. The co-pilot one is optional. And with the standby instrument moving from here to the independent unit, opens up this new tile. So a few things are being moved around. The trim is now going to be up here, and the flap settings. This is the existing data block, a little bit compressed. You can change the tile into 3 different settings on the from the settings tab. If you go to settings,
Jonathan didn't think you could, and he hasn't been able to.
mini tile, you can change it from map
Just not
to progress to the active flight plan. Now you cannot yet interact with whatever change you have up here. It appears that the map setting is set to some type of default range and default options. The other new thing with 2.5 is that you have a performance section. So as you know, we have the weight and balance, we have the speeds. Perf lets you dial in takeoff performance data. I'm not sure if they get preloaded based on the conditions, to be able to roll them in, and it will calculate your V-speeds, your gradients, very similar to the Eclipse app. You also have a landing performance tab where you can get very similar information. Now you don't have to do this, you can easily use the V-speeds that are computed normally. Let's see, other new thing, checklist. Last button that was inoperative before is now working. You can load an XML file with your own with a checklist. I don't know if you'll be able to modify it or not. And it's fairly basic. It walks through all of the various modes. You click on, say before landing, gear, brakes, flaps, and as you check them off, they become highlighted, and you can also just uncheck them. What else is new? Let's go to the FMS tile. So back on the flight plan page, a few new things here. Fuel remaining, big. Obviously it's not working on this plane, but it will show you the fuel remaining at each waypoint, and I'm guessing you'll have fuel remaining at the destination as well. I don't know if it will show on your progress tab, but fantastic, fuel remaining on the destination. Another big thing is that inside arrivals, you can now delete a waypoint if for some reason you feel like doing that, and that works fine. Let's execute that. Another new thing is on the nearest tab. You can now circle between airports, nav aids, NDBs, fixes, centers, and back to airports. You can change the runway length if you want to change the criteria for the nearest airport showing. You can also push this frequency over to either COM1 or COM2. Right now I have COM1 selected. I can change that to COM2. I can change it back to COM1, and by pushing here 1229, it's going to pop over in this COM field. If I want to move it to COM2, I would roll and click, and there's 1229. Only push this specific frequency over. It will not push over ground or clearance at the moment. Let's try that for a nav aid. 1169, push, and let's go over here and take a look. And there it is, 1169 is standby. With the standby AI moving out to the side, we now have the ability to show total charts. And how you do that is that you load the chart as normal. After it's loaded, you're going to click on page, I think, let's see, and then it goes into tall.
You're gonna still hold on to it until it.
Then there it snaps, and that's much easier to read. So I think I'm going to be using that in the plane more effectively than in the past. Now at Branson, they also showed us a plane indicator in this area, but that's probably still a work in progress. One change to the keyboard is that you're going to finally use the joystick to pan around the map, and it's very responsive. I think they have increased the map redrawing performance as well. At this point, the only thing I can figure out how to do is to just pan. I don't seem to be able to zoom in or select things for highlighting, but definitely a step in the right direction.